बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम।
शुरू अल्लाह के नाम से जो रहमान और रहीम है।
इक़रा बिस्मि रब्बिकल्लज़ी खलक़।
पढ़ो ए नबी अपने रब के नाम के साथ जिसने पैदा किया।
खलक़ल इंसान मिन अलक़।
जमे हुए खून के एक लोथड़े से इंसान की तख्लीक की।
इक़रा व रब्बुकल अकरम।
पढ़ो और तुम्हारा रब बड़ा करीम है।
अल्लज़ी अल्लम बिल क़लम।
जिसने कलम के जरिए से इल्म सिखाया।
अल्लमल इंसान मा लम यअलम।
इंसान को वो इल्म दिया जिसे वो न जानता था।
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning to everyone and welcome back to the third video session of ELT class. Let's start the class with the name of Allah, who is the most beneficent and merciful. This is the revision and preparation of second semester final exam 2020 and 21 week, and the week number is 11, and this is the class 6, and I am going to teach you the English language teaching ELT in grammar. So before starting the revision of our units, let's discuss first the content and paper pattern of second semester. Let's discuss the content. We provide the content of final semester through which you have to prepare yourself for the exam. ये आपका जो है वो सेकंड सेमेस्टर के एग्ज़ाम की प्रिपरेशन और रिवीजन वीडियो है, ठीक है। वीडियो नंबर 1 है आपकी और वीक नंबर 11 इज़ गोइंग ऑन। बिफोर मूविंग आवर टॉपिक्स वी हैव टू डिस्कस द कंटेंट। तो हम जो है टॉपिक की तरफ जाने से पहले सबसे पहले कंटेंट डिस्कस करते हैं थ्रू विच, और इस कंटेंट के अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस कंटेंट यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर योरसेल्फ फॉर द एग्जामिनेशन, ठीक है। इस कंटेंट के अकॉर्डिंग आपने जो है वो एग्जामिनेशन की प्रिपरेशन करनी है, या आपको फाइनल जो है वो कंटेंट दिया गया है। सबसे पहले लेट्स डिस्कस द ग्रामर कंटेंट। ग्रामर का हम कंटेंट डिस्कस करते हैं मिडिल स्कूल इंग्लिश ग्रामर एंड कॉम्पोजिशन by Wren and Martin. This is the content of middle school English grammar and composition by Wren and Martin, in which what will you study? You have to study these following topics. The first one is unit number 13 conjunction, and its chapter number 35 definition and usage, and its exercises, its exercise 1, 2 and 3, and unit number 14 interjection, its chapter number 39 and exercise is A, and unit number 15 sentences, its chapter number 40 definition exercise 1, right. Chapter number 41 subject and predicate, and its exercise 1, 2 and 3. Chapter number 42 enlargement of subject, its exercise 1, and chapter number 43 the complement of unit number 15 sentences, and its exercises also 1, you have to check it out. And unit number 19 types of sentences, and its chapter number 48 simple, compound and complex sentences, and its exercise 1 and 2. Unit number 24 parts of speeches, and its chapter number 53 and exercise 1 and 2. Now we have to discuss the further content unit, that is the unit number 27. Unit number 27. Unit number 27, it's all about the composition, in which you have to discuss the following topics and following chapters. Chapter number 58 essay writing, chapter number 59 is story writing, chapter number 60 story writing, chapter number 61 message writing, and chapter number 63 that is the notice. Number 58, chapter number 59 is story writing, chapter number 60 message writing or messages, and chapter number 62 notice. And what about the journal? जर्नल में आपके पास टेंसेस हैं। टेंसेस में आप सिर्फ एक टेंस फॉलो करेंगे, दैट इज द प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट, प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस, पास्ट परफेक्ट, and the last one is future perfect tense with passive voice, with active and passive voice and Urdu translation also. Right, this is all about the Wren and Martin content. Now come to the unit number channel beginners. Channels beginner हमारा पास टॉपिक है and that is the channel beginners, chapter number 62. Now this is all about the content of middle school English grammar and composition by Wren and Martin, and to be followed this content in grammar you have to prepare yourself for the examination. इस content के according आपने examination की preparation करनी है, ठीक है। यही आपका फाइनल कंटेंट है ऑफ Wren and Martin का। लेट्स मूव टू दी चैनल बिगनर्स। चैनल बिगनर्स में आप फॉलो करेंगे द फॉलोइंग यूनिट्स एंड इट्स लेसन विच वी हैव रिड्यूस्ड, राइट। यूनिट नंबर 10 अप्रैल शावर्स, यूनिट 11 how much is that, unit 13 looking back, and unit 14 techno world. In oral activities में you have got the presentation which I have given you, and the interview question is also given you, and interview based question, right. In April shower you have to follow the following lessons, right. Okay, lesson number 1 and lesson number 3. Lesson 1 and 3. How much is that in unit number 11, lesson 2 and lesson 3. Looking back, unit number 13, lesson 2-3, lesson 2-3, and techno world, lesson 1 and 2. This is the whole content of channel beginners, and according to it you will have to prepare yourself for the examination. I have told you the whole content of second semester examination, and according to it you have to prepare yourself for the examination. This is the reduced content, क्योंकि ये आपको नया कंटेंट जो है वो दिया गया है सेकेंड सेमेस्टर का फाइनल एग्जामिनेशन का, और अकॉर्डिंग टू इट आपने इसी कंटेंट के थ्रू जो है वो अपनी पेपर की प्रिपरेशन करनी है। नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द पेपर पैटर्न। हाउ वाज योर पेपर? एज यू नो दैट योर पेपर कंसिस्ट ऑन 2 parts, right? What about your paper? Your paper consists on 2 parts. The first is paper A, which is totally belong to grammar and listening, right? Grammar and listening, paper A. The question number 1 is MCQs. In this examination you have to follow the 30 MCQs. आपको इस पेपर में 30 MCQs given होंगे, you have to fill it, right? And question number 2, it's all about the short question which consists of different sub parts, right? Question number 3 about the long or descriptive question, in which you have to write an essay and a story. Descriptive question. And question number 4 is totally belongs to the listening task. listening task. This is the paper A. Paper A consists on 4 questions, in which the question number 1 is MCQs, and in this semester or in this examination we have given you the 30 MCQs. 30 MCQs आपको दिए गए हैं, ठीक है. Question number 2 depends on short questions in different sub parts, right. Question number 3 consists on long or descriptive question, right. Question number 4 is a listening task. Now come to the paper B. Paper B. Paper B is all about the channel beginners. Channel beginners, right. Channel beginners में question number 5 depends on conversation, and 5A and 5B oral practices. Question number 6 presentation and interview question. 6A and 6B. Right. Paper B is consists on 2 questions, question number 5 and question number 6. Question number 5 consists on conversation and oral practices, and question number 6 consists on presentation and interview questions. This is all about the paper pattern. It's a bit change in terms of a paper A in question number 1, which we have given the 30 MCQs. इस paper pattern आपका same ही है, सिर्फ एक bit change किया गया है, that is the MCQs. MCQs we have increased in numbers, and 30 MCQs we have given you in the examination, and you have to pick the 30 MCQs, right. Now come to the revision and preparation of second semester final exam 20 and 21, and first topic is unit number 13, right. Unit number 13 is the conjunction, and its chapter number unit number 13 and its chapter number 35. Chapter 35. Conjunction is also called connectors, right. Conjunction is also called connectors, and we have discussed it, chapter number 35, definition and usage. Now what about the conjunction? Conjunction is also a parts of a speech, and conjunction word comes from the Latin language. And what is the actual definition of conjunction? Conjunction is used to join the different sentences or words or phrases. So we can say that it is a word that joins the different clauses, sentences and words together. That is called the conjunction, right. The basic conjunction words are and, as, but, or, if, yet, right. There are so many conjunction words, but we have discussed the little bit here, and, as, but, or, if, yet. And let's see the example of conjunction definition. We have discussed the conjunction definition. Conjunction is a word which joins the different sentences, clauses or phrases together, right. So let's take an example. Ali and Sarah. Ali and Sarah live together. Here conjunction word is and this word joins the 2 words Ali and Sarah. So we can say that we use the conjunction for joining the 2 words Ali and Sarah together, right. Let's take the another example. She usually studies in the library or at a cafe. Right. There are 2 phrases. The first one is in the library and the second one is at a cafe. टू फ्रेजेस हैं हमारे पास, ठीक है. फ्रेजेस विच गिव्स द इनकम्प्लीट सेंस and when we put it in the sentences, so it gives the complete sense to these sentences, ठीक है. phrases जो होते हैं वो आपके incomplete sense देते हैं, लेकिन जब हम इन्हें किसी भी sentence के साथ join कर देते हैं तो it gives the complete sense to these sentences, right. So here we have the two phrases in the library and at a cafe. So for joining these two phrases we use the conjunction word, that is the or. Let's take another example. Works hard but she is idle, right. We use the two sentences, he works hard, right, and the second sentence is she is idle. It gives the complete sense, right. You can say you can use like he works hard but he is very weak. This example is given you in your solution, that's why I am changing this example. He is very weak but he works hard, right. All these examples are given you in your content, right. He is very weak, this is the first sentence, and the second one is he works hard. Here the both sentence is all about the subject he, so we use the but as a conjunction for joining the two sentences. The first one is he is very weak and the second one is he works hard. We use the but. We use but for telling the difference of two sentences or two subjects. The first we are talking about the he is very weak, that is the positive point, and other that is the negative point, and the other we say is that he works hard, that is the positive point about the subject, ठीक है. बट हम वर्ड यूज़ करते हैं जब हम किसी भी पर्सन का या सब्जेक्ट का डिफरेंस बता रहे होते हैं कि एक तरफ हमने इसका नेगेटिव पॉइंट यूज़ कर दिया ही इज़ वेरी वीक ये, और दूसरा हम इसमें ये डिफरेंस कर रहे हैं कि पॉजिटिव पॉइंट के साथ उसकी एडजेक्टिव और क्वालिटी शो कर रहे हैं ही वर्क्स हार्ड, ठीक है. तो यानी हमने इसके दोनों तरफ दो डिफरेंस को शो कर दिया है कि वो वर्क हार्ड करता है, सख्त मेहनत करता है, मगर वो जो है वो वीक है. इसके बावजूद भी वो सख्त मेहनत करता है. सो वी हैव डिस्कस दी टू डिफरेंट पॉइंट्स अबाउट ही, सो वी यूज दी बट एज अ कंजंक्शन फॉर टेलिंग द डिफरेंस अबाउट दी ही, राइट. व्हेन वी यूज दी एंड, we use and then we discuss the same idea of two sentences or two words. जब हम एक ही आइडिया किसी भी सेंटेंस का डिस्कस कर रहे हों वहाँ पर हम जो है वो एंड का वर्ड यूज़ करते हैं, ठीक है. और वी यूज़ फॉर टेलिंग दी चॉइसेस. जब हम चॉइस बता रहे हों कि यू हैव टू पिक दिस वन और दैट वन, in same as for your paper you have to pick this one question and that one question. So for telling the choices हम और का word as a conjunction जो है वो use करते हैं, right. We use if as a conjunction we use where. If we use when you telling some condition, जब आप कोई condition बता रहे होते हैं कि अगर ऐसा हो, ठीक है, तो इसके consequences क्या निकलेंगे, क्या नताइज होंगे, ठीक है. तो for telling the condition we use if as a conjunction. For example, if a cricketer or you can say grasshopper works continuously in summer season. अगर हमारे पास ये कंडीशन है, ये शर्त है कि ग्रास हॉपर जो है वो कंटिन्यूसली समर सीजन में वर्क करे, सो देर इज़ अ चांस टू सर्वाइव इन द विंटर. तो उसके लिए ये मौका होगा कि वो विंटर में सर्वाइव कर सकता है. बट द कंडीशन इज़ दैट शी मस्ट हैव टू वर्क इन दिस समर सीजन, राइट. तो यहाँ कंडीशन जब हम बताते हैं कि ये एक शर्त है आपको कि ऐसा करना है, तो हम वहाँ पर इफ एज अ कंजंक्शन यूज़ करते हैं, ठीक है. सो हम यूज़ करते हैं किसी भी एक्शन को जब हम परफॉर्म करते हैं तो उसका क्या रिजल्ट निकलता है, कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस, उसका रिजल्ट बताने के लिए हम सो का वर्ड यूज करते हैं, ठीक. इफ यू कंटिन्यूसली टॉक इन द क्लास, सो आई विल नॉट परमिट यू टू लाइटन द क्लास. मैं आपको क्लास में बैठने की परमिशन नहीं दूंगी, ठीक है ना. इफ़ यू विल कंटिन्यूसली टॉक इन द क्लास, इफ़ यू विल नॉट कंप्लीट योर वर्क, सो आई विल नॉट लेट यू टू सिट इन द क्लास. मैं आपको जो है वो क्लास में बैठने की परमिशन नहीं दूंगी. सो यू आर परफॉर्मिंग द एक्शन इज दैट यू आर नॉट कंप्लीटिंग योर वर्क एंड यू आर कंटिन्यूसली टॉकिंग इन द क्लास और ड्यूरिंग द लेक्चर. सो व्हाट इज द रिजल्ट एंड consequences of your action? I will not permit you or to sit in the class. So when we talk about the result and consequences, we use the so word, right? So let's move to the its exercise. In exercise 1, what will you do? In exercise 1, you just have to pick out the conjunction, right? In exercise 1, the bag was very heavy. The bag was very heavy. I couldn't carry it. The bag was very heavy. Therefore, I couldn't carry it. Right. This is the exercise 1 on page number 185. What will you do? You just have to pick out the conjunction. Here we have two sentences. The bag was very heavy, and the second one is I couldn't carry it. So for joining the two sentences, we use the conjunction, that is the therefore. So therefore, here is a conjunction. The whole points will be solved in the same manner as we did in the Xerox. Now come to the exercise 2. Right. Exercise 2 on page number 186. What did you do in this exercise? You have to just fill the correct conjunction word in the blank. The first one is, will you kindly wait? Will you kindly wait till I return? When we talk about the time, we use the till as a conjunction, right? Now come to the third exercise. Third exercise on page number 186. What did you do in this exercise? You have to join these sentences by using the conjunction word. Rahim works hard. Rahim works hard, but Hamid is idle. Hamid is idle. We have two sentences. Rahim works hard. एक ये sentence है हमारे पास, and the second one is Hamid is idle. The second sentence is Hamid is idle. So we are talking about the difference, and we are telling the difference between the two persons, Rahim and Hamid. Rahim works hard, right? It's a positive points about the Rahim, but the negative point about the Hamid is that Hamid is idle. So when we talk about the difference, we use the but word. जब हम difference बता रहे होते हैं तो हम जो है वो but as a conjunction इसके अंदर use करते हैं for joining the both sentences. So this is the exercise 3, and all exercise will be solved in a same way. Right, now come to the unit number 14, that is the interjection. Interjection is also come from the Latin words, and interjection okay. Now unit number 14, that is the interjection. Interjection is also a part of a speech, and interjection is also called the exclamation. Interjection is also called the exclamation, right? And this sign shows the sign of exclamation or mark of exclamation, right? And what is the interjection? Interjection, it is a word or phrases that expresses your strong emotion or feelings, that is called the interjection. For example, wow, ouch, right? And there are so many interjection words we are using and telling the little bit words here. Wow, when we see the different things and we got the great surprise, we use the wow word, right? Wow, what a wonderful car, what a huge tree. When someone pain you, and for showing your pain, we use ouch word. Ouch, you have stepped my foot, right? You pinch me, right? Word we used for silence, right? So we use this word, don't make a noise. This is the interjection. And what will you do in this exercise? Exercise 1 on page number, exercise A, page 86. You have a different sentences given you in this exercise. You just have to tell or put the correct interjection word, right? The first is you have done well. When we approve the quality of someone, we use the bravo word. So we put the bravo word in the beginning of this sentence, right? The whole exercise will be solved in a same way. Now come to the unit number 15, that is the sentences. Sentences is what? Sentences. It's chapter number 40, right? Chapter number 40, definition. And what is the sentence? Sentence is a group of words which makes the complete sense. That is the sentence. For example, this is a beautiful girl. The girl is singing. The girl is singing, right? It gives the complete sense. The girl is singing. So this is called the sentence, right? Okay. If we write only this, the girl is, it doesn't give the complete sense. When we put it the another word next to this is, it gives the complete sense to the sentence. That is called the sentences. The girl is singing, right? So let's discuss its exercise 1. In this exercise, what will you do? You just have to tell the following group of words are sentences or not sentences. Different group of words आपको given है, आपने ये बताना है कि ये sentences हैं या not sentences है. Sentences के लिए हमारे पास 2 condition होती हैं कि how would you say that is the sentence. We have got the subject, verb and object, and the second condition is subject and verb. अगर हमारे sentence में subject, verb and object given है या फिर subject और verb given है which makes the complete sense to the sentence, that's why we called it a sentence. For example, if we write here on the desk, it totally about the subject. It's just we have got the subject but there is no verb and no object, so we can say that that is the not a sentence, right? Birds fly. Here subject, birds, and verb is given, fly. So it makes the complete sense, so we can say that it's a sentence, right? This is the chapter number 40. Now come to the chapter number 41, the subject and predicate. Subject and predicate. What is the subject? When we talk about some person or thing, that is called the subject, right? But what about the predicate? What information we are given? We are going to give you about the subject, that is called the predicate. Right, so let's move the subject and predicate. ठीक है, सब्जेक्ट की डेफिनेशन हमने आपको बताई है. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट सम नाउन और सम पर्सन और थिंग, दैट इज कॉल्ड द सब्जेक्ट, एंड व्हाट वी टॉक अबाउट दैट पर्सन और थिंग और नाउन, दैट इज कॉल्ड द प्रेडिकेट. किसी भी सब्जेक्ट के बारे में अगर हम बात करें, दैट दिस इज द चॉक एंड द चॉक इज वाइट, राइट? सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द चॉक, चॉक इज अ नाउन, so that is called the subject. And what information I am providing you about this one chalk, that is the predicate, and that is the chalk is white. So predicate consists on verb, right, and the object and the complement. Let's discuss its exercise, subject and predicate. We have got the 3 exercises. The first exercise, there are some subject given to you, and you have to right. Exercise 1 on page number 198. What will you do? Say something about the following subject. Following subject, आपको different subject जो है वो given है in exercise 1 में. इसकी on page number 198 page number पर you have got the exercise 1. What will you do in this exercise? The some subject are given to you. You just have to provide the predicate. The first one is Rahim. Rahim is a subject, and what information you are telling about the Rahim? Rahim is a good boy. So is a verb, right, and Rahim is a subject. So Rahim is a subject and is a good boy, that is the predicate, right? In exercise 2, what will you do? You just have to put the different subject in the beginning of its predicate. ठीक है, predicate आपको exercise 2 में given है. आपने इसमें subject add करना है. The dash is sweet. right? This is the predicate, you have to provide the subject. The cake is sweet, right? Now come to the exercise 3. In exercise 3, what will you do? You have just to divide your sentences in subject and predicate and find out the subject word. Subject word is what, when we talk about actually the subject, that is called the subject word, right? First is the foolish crow. What we are talking about the subject, that is the foolish crow. And what information we are providing you about this? Try to sing. Okay. The actual subject is crow. So the whole exercise will be solved in a same manner, right? Come to the chapter number 42. Chapter number 42 is enlargement of subject and predicate. As I told you, what will you do? Chapter 42, enlargement of subject and predicate. Enlargement shows when your let's suppose crow, the foolish crow, right? Try to sing. Enlargement means enhance or increase your subject. Okay, so the actual subject is crow and the foolish is its adjective. So the adjective describes your subject, that is called the enlargement of subject, right? And enlargement of predicate, for example, he spends his money foolishly, right? He spends his money foolishly. Foolishly is an adverb, right? When your adverb supports your verb or describes your verb, it means that this is the extension of predicate. And let's talk about its exercise. What will you do? You just have to divide your sentences. First is subject in two different columns, and that is the predicate. First, you will have to divide your subject column into two different columns, the subject word and the enlargement of subject and predicate. And what about the predicate column? You have to divide it in three group: verb, extension of predicate, and rest of predicate, right? The first one is Harry runs swiftly. There is no word or adjective describes your subject, so we use, and there is no enlargement of subject and subject word, so we use dash in the first sentence. And what is the actually subject word? That is the Harry. And verb runs, there is no extension of predicate and rest of the predicate, we just use the rest dash in this sentence. Now exercise 1 will be solved in a same way. Now come to the unit number 15, and the last one is the chapter number 43 of unit number 15, that is the complement. Complement is what? Complement gives the complete sense to your sentences. For example, if we write only here the rumor seems. Rumor is a subject, seem is a verb, but it gives the incomplete meaning, right? The rumor seems. So when we use the word which makes it the complete sense, that is called the complement, that is the true. And let's discuss its exercise. What will you do? You just have to pick out the verb and complement in different sentences which you have given you. The first is the rumor seems true, right? So verb is seems and the complement is true. The whole exercise you will have to solve in the same way as I did in the Xerox, right? Now come to the unit number 19, that is the unit 19, types of sentences, and it's chapter number 48, simple, compound and complex sentences, right? Chapter number 48 we have discussed here. Now what is the simple sentence? Simple sentence consists on one subject and one verb, that is Mary had a watch, right? This is the simple sentence. How one verb and one subject. This is called the simple sentence. Now, second type is compound sentence. Compound sentence consists on one or more than one independent clauses. This is called the compound sentence. Compound sentence में हमारे पास एक या एक से ज़्यादा जो है वो क्लॉजेज होती हैं, इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉजेज होती हैं, उसको हम कंपाउंड सेंटेंस कहते हैं. ठीक है, ओके, ठीक है. कंपाउंड सेंटेंसेस में आपके पास टू और मोर देन टू इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज हों, उसको हम कंपाउंड सेंटेंस कहते हैं. क्लॉजेस कंसिस्ट ऑन सब्जेक्ट एंड वर्ब विच मेक्स द कंप्लीट सेंटेंस. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर मैं यहाँ पर एग्जांपल लिखूं, he came in, this is the first independent clause, and I went out, this is the second independent clause. So we join the both clause by the conjunction word, that is the and, right? So the identification of compound sentences, we use the conjunction word and, but, or, yet, as, before, is. So जिन sentences में conjunction word use हो for joining the two different sentences, that is called the compound sentence. Let's discuss the complex sentence. Complex sentence consists on one dependent and more than two, or complex sentences consist on one independent or more than two dependent clauses, that is called the complex sentence, right? When we talk about the double compound sentence, the first sentence is first independent clause and that is the second independent clause. So this is called the double compound sentences. When we talk about and we use the another clause in this example, that is the multiple compound sentence, right? Complex sentence consists on one independent clause and more than two dependent clauses, that is called the complex sentence, right? Let's take an example. I have a little shadow. This is the main clause or independent clause which goes in and out with me. This is the one dependent clause. ठीक है, ये वाला सेंटेंस हमारे इस फर्स्ट सेंटेंस पे इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज पे डिपेंड कर रहा है. आई हैव अ लिटिल शैडो, दिस इज द कंप्लीट सेंस, दिस गिव्स द कंप्लीट सेंस. आई हैव अ लिटिल शैडो, दैट्स व्हाई वी कॉल्ड इट द इंडिपेंडेंट और मेन क्लॉज, राइट? व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द विच गोज इन एंड आउट विद मी, यानी ये जो आपका शैडो है वो आपके साथ आता है और जाता है. विच गोज इन एंड आउट विद मी, क्या आपके साथ आता और जाता है? यू हैव गॉट अ लिटिल शैडो, तो आपका ये पार्ट गोज द in and out with me, that is called the dependent clause, and it depends on the independent clause, this one sentence. ठीक है, क्या चीज़ आपके साथ अंदर आती और जाती है, ये सेंटेंस का पार्ट किस पर डिपेंड कर रहा है? आपके फर्स्ट पार्ट पर, दैट इज कॉल्ड द इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज, कि आई हैव अ लिटिल शैडो, ये मेरे पास लिटिल शैडो है, तो इसको हम कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस कहेंगे, कि जिसमें आपका डिपेंडेंट पार्ट आपके इंडिपेंडेंट पार्ट पर कंसिस्ट करे, डिपेंड करे, उसको हम कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस कहेंगे. और द आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंसेस, वी यूज द रिलेटिव प्रोनाउंस. हम रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन यूज करते हैं लाइक विच, who, that, what. These are the relative pronoun we use because if we use in the joining of complex sentences. Now let's discuss its exercise. What will you do? In exercise 1, you just have to tell the, you just have to joining the simple sentences into one compound sentence. आपको इन सेंटेंस को एक कंपाउंड सेंटेंस में बनाना है, इन सिंपल सेंटेंसेस को जो है वो कंपाउंड सेंटेंस में बनाना है. तो कंपाउंड सेंटेंस को बनाने के लिए हम कंजंक्शन वर्ड यूज करते हैं. तो हेयर वी यूज यू मस्ट वर्क हार्ड, otherwise you will not win. You will not win. ठीक है, हमने यहाँ पर ये हमारे पास सिंपल सेंटेंस था, यू मस्ट वर्क हार्ड, फर्स्ट सिंपल सेंटेंस, द सेकंड सिंपल सेंटेंस इज दैट यू विल नॉट विन। इन दोनों सेंटेंसेस को हमने ज्वाइन करके वन कंपाउंड सेंटेंस की शेप देनी थी व्हेन वी ज्वाइन दीज सेंटेंसेस विद द हेल्प ऑफ कंजंक्शन। यहाँ हमने अदरवाइज का कंजंक्शन यूज करके इन दोनों सेंटेंसेस को ज्वाइन करके कंपाउंड सेंटेंस बना दिया है। कंपाउंड सेंटेंस को हम ज्वाइनिंग करते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ कंजंक्शन। तो यहाँ जब हमने कंजंक्शन यूज किया है सो इट बिकम्स दी कंपाउंड सेंटेंस। वी यूज अदरवाइज हियर, हमने अदरवाइज यूज किया है। अदरवाइज हम यहाँ क्या यूज करते हैं कि अगर आपके पास ऐसी सिचुएशन हो, ठीक है ना, कैसी सिचुएशन हो, यू मस्ट वर्क हार्ड, आपको सख्त मेहनत करनी है, ठीक है, ये कंडीशन है, ये सिचुएशन है, अगर आप ऐसा नहीं करेंगे तो यू विल नॉट विन, आप जीत नहीं सकते, ठीक है। तो जब हमारे पास ऐसी सिचुएशन और कंडीशन आ जाती है तो वी यूज द अदरवाइज वर्ड। इन एक्सरसाइज 2 व्हाट विल यू डू, यू जस्ट हैव टू tell these different sentences, either the simple sentence, compound sentence, double or multiple sentences और complex sentence, ठीक है। आपने ये आपको sentences given है, इनमें बताना है कौन सा simple sentence है, कौन सा complex sentence है और कौन सा compound और double sentence है, ठीक है। जब हमारे पास let's take another example, he that has most time, exercise 2, he that has most time, he that has most time has none to lose, ठीक है। द आइडेंटिफिकेशन वी यूज द रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन दैट हियर, हमने रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन यहाँ पर यूज किया है, ही दैट हैज मोस्ट टाइम, उसके इसमें जो है वो हमारे पास वर्ब भी गिवन है, ठीक, और ये हमारा इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है, कंप्लीट सेंस दे रहा है हमें कि ये हमारे पास मेन क्लॉज है, इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है कि उनके पास बहुत ज़्यादा वक्त है, किस लिए, नन टू लूज, खोने के लिए नहीं, ठीक है ना। तो यहाँ पर ये डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज हमारा, ये डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है, ये इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है और ये आपका इस पर डिपेंड कर रहा है, ठीक है। और यहाँ पर हम रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन भी यूज कर रहे हैं, तो दैट्स व्हाई वी से इट्स अ कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस, राइट, ओके। This is all about the unit number 19 and I am giving you an assignment and assessment on the board. You must have to follow this assessment and solve this assessment, right? Solve this assessment. Assessment 1 है आपका, assessment 1, question number 1 आपका MCQs है and right now I am giving you only some MCQs. Tenses shows dash of any action, A time, B quality. MCQs to choose the past perfect tense. I had eaten, B I have eaten, right? There are every sentence consists on dash parts, true and 5. Okay, we can go to see movie. Interjection is also known as dash. Connectors, exclamation. ठीक है, this is the assessment number 1. Question number 1, it depends the MCQs. Tenses shows dash of any action, time or quality, right? Choose the past perfect tense. I had eaten, I have eaten. Every sentence consists on dash parts 2 or 5. We can go to see movie or eat out. This is an example of dash sentence, complex and compound. Interjection is also known as dash, connector or exclamation. ठीक है, in question number 2A, it's section A, section B, short question. Question number 2A, define the following with example. Define the following with example. इन टर्म्स को आपने एग्जाम्पल्स के साथ डिफाइन करना है, राइट? फर्स्ट इज कंजंक्शन, सेकंड इंटरजेक्शन, and the third one is simple sentence. You have to define it with the help of example. Right, I am rubbing the board. Question number 2B, pick out the conjunction. आपने conjunction pick out करने हैं इसमें से. Pick out conjunction. Only 10 minutes, I need more. Only 10 minutes. Okay, question number 2B, pick out the conjunction. Do as I say. And the second one is either you are mistaken or I am. Right? In question number 2C, use these words in sentences. Any two. Wow, ouch, three A. Which of the following group of words are sentences? Which of the following group of words are sentences or not sentences? Number 1, on the desk. Number 2, horse run. Three B, divide the sentence into subject and predicate. Into subject and predicate and underline the subject word. First is the foolish crow try to sing. Second is small people love to talk nonsense, right? Okay, question number 3C. Say whether the sentences simple, compound, और कॉम्प्लेक्स। ठीक है, आपने ये बताना है कि ये सेंटेंसेस सिंपल हैं, कंपाउंड हैं, अगर तो डबल हैं, मल्टीपल हैं, या ठीक है। द फर्स्ट है ही केम इन एंड आई वेंट आउट। ही केम इन एंड आई वेंट आउट। सेकेंड इज I have a little shadow which goes in and out with me. Right? ओके, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 आपका लिसनिंग का है, सेक्शन सी जिसे हम कहते हैं। ठीक है, सेक्शन सी लिसनिंग। लिसनिंग टास्क। ठीक है, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 है आपका लिसन एंड मैच अबाउट कायदे आज़म। ठीक है, कायदे आज़म के बारे में आपने सुन के मैच करना है, राइट? क्या मैच करना है आपने? Founder of Pakistan, poet of East, on 25 December 1876. ठीक है, दिस इज़ द लिसनिंग टास्क। आपको कायदे आज़म के बारे में ये मैंने डिफरेंट पॉइंट्स लिख दिए हैं, इनको लिसन करके आपने मैच करना है। और होमवर्क है आपका सॉल्व द असेसमेंट 1। ये जो आपको असेसमेंट 1 दिया गया है, यू मस्ट हैव टू सॉल्व इट। इसको आपको लाजमी सॉल्व करना है, बिकॉज एवरीथिंग विल कम in the examination according to it. So I am reading the listening transcript. Listen carefully and match this. Right, okay. There are many great leaders who play the vital role in the creation of Pakistan. Quaid-e-Azam is one of them. Quaid-e-Azam was born on 25th of December 1876. His real name was Muhammad Ali Jinnah. But people gave him the title Quaid-e-Azam due to his precious efforts or struggle in the creation of Pakistan. He is the founder of Pakistan. He struggled day and night At last, he got an independent or separate country which is called Pakistan. After the formation of Pakistan, he died on 11th September 1948. His tomb is in Karachi, right? So I have told you the listening transcript, and listen it carefully and match the different words or sentences with the Qaid-e-Azam. And the homework is solve the assessment. This is the end of your class. If you have any query about your exam and content, you must come in the admin block. We are sitting in the admin block. We will study the different topics and further topic in our next classes. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.